Hello gamers, Pet here. Welcome to my South Park The Stick of Truth review. Well, the game supposed to come out last year, and then it got postponed again, and then I believe it got postponed again, but it's finally here, and I played it, and it's amazing. I've been a South Park fan for over 13 years, and I still remember playing, I believe it was in 2009, no, not 2009, 1999, oh my god, so many years ago. I remember playing the first South Park game, the one that you had that snowball and you had to piss on it and you throw it, and fun times. I also remember playing South Park Let's Go Tower Defense Play on Xbox back in 2009 when I actually got my first Xbox, and that was actually a decent game. Too bad that I had no friends to play it with, and I actually only played it for a couple of hours, but that was a decent game. However, that wasn't enough. I still, kind of wanted a South Park game. Then I heard about this game called The Stick of Truth. I mean, what the hell is that? I mean, the game's supposed to be an RPG game set out in the South Park universe. Not only that the game is an RPG game, like a role-playing game set in the South Park universe, but the game also supposed to have out the South Park graphics. So how would that work? A South Park RPG game with South Park TV style graphics. And this is what this game is, an RPG game where you play the role of the new kid. You can customize your character and off you go. You go out and you meet with Butters, who's actually a paladin. He then introduces you to Cartman, who was actually a wizard.
I didn't realize he had a health potion. My name is Butters the Merciful. I'm a paladin. I live right next door to you. We should be friends.
But this is the thing, they're all playing this fantasy game and they actually have roles, characters, elves, swords, and you can see that they are playing this game, which really makes the whole game seem authentic to the TV series. You're not only in some fantasy universe set with South Park characters, you're actually there in the TV show playing this game with Butters, Cartman, Stan and the others, which is amazing. Cartman quickly explains you the rules of the combat, and you will be able to choose from one of these 4 character classes.
Very well, douchebag. You will now choose a class: fighter, mage, thief, or Jew.
A mage is like a wizard, only not as cool.
A white thief? Never heard of one, but interesting. Jew, huh? So I guess we'll never really be friends.
You look sneaky.
A mage is a white fighter? Haven't seen a good one of those in a while. We welcome to our kingdom, Douchebag the Fighter.
Hooray!
Now please, go and visit the weapon shop. Procure yourself a weapon and we shall teach you to fight.
Each class has its own abilities and it really changes the flow of the combat. Talking about the combat, well, it's old school like Cartman says. Each character in the combat will take its turn to do something. You can always drink a potion or use a special ability alongside attacking. I actually don't like this style of combat, but they actually made it pretty good. For once, it wasn't really that hard, and this allowed me to enjoy the combat. I personally really hate to repeat a fight because they had a lucky shot. And this is the thing, they fixed this with the ability to block incoming damage. Now, you will never fully block the damage, but if you are careful and you press the block key right when the attack animation of the enemy, you will be able to block part of the damage. The good thing about this is that it will keep you alert during opponent's round. It really keeps you in the game. Another thing, you will always be able to have a teammate. Butters is a paladin and he can heal you and use his mighty hammer. Cartman is a wizard and he can use his spells. Jimmy is a bard and he can buff you and so on. And the thing is that each of these characters have a super special ability that's really funny to watch. Since this game is an RPG game, you will get a couple of side quests. If you do all of those, the game will probably run between 12 and 13 hours, and trust me, this is actually enough because during those hours you will do plenty of stuff. You will need to meet with all characters like Jesus or Mr. Hanky. you will try to make friends with the God Kids, and you will try to go to Canada and a lot of other stuff. Now, I don't really want to spoil you and show you funny stuff like I saw in other reviews. It's really something for you to experience. So this is all that I'm going to tell you about the game. Really, the game feels like a long South Park episode and you are part of it. Now, I know how this sounds. You know, there are other games like, you know, Call of Duty where you are somehow in a movie and you just follow a predefined path. It doesn't happen here. You actually feel that you are there and you actually feel that you are experiencing a South Park episode, with a long South Park episode. It really feels like an RPG with plot twists, elves, Nazi zombies, and old school RPG combat. The map is not huge, but it was really satisfying to go around South Park and actually see how the town looks. You can even use Timmy to get around the town faster. There are also collectibles in the game. Can you really find all the Pokemon toys? A small downside of this game might be that you need to know the South Park universe. For me, the jokes are really funny because I know how the South Park humor is, but for someone who didn't watch South Park, they'll be like, what is with all this farting? But it's not really required for you to watch South Park to enjoy this. Really, get this game and play it because it was an amazing experience, and I know it's only March 2014, but this game was... well, it's actually kind of the only best game I played this year. And this is announcing to be like a really good year. So thank you guys for watching my review. Don't forget to go to gamerpet.com/giveaway for a chance to win games. Depending on when you watch this and you go to that page, there might be a different game. If you have suggestions on how to do my reviews better, if you enjoyed this, don't forget to write in the comments below. And thank you again, and see you soon. Goodbye.